back here live at World of Concrete 2012, Las Vegas Convention Center. And with me right now is Larry Stewart, who's the editor of ConstructionPros.com, which we're streaming live to you and you're watching. And we do also the Construction News Tracker, amongst other things. And this is a busy few days for you, isn't it?
It sure is. It sure is, and a busy day for the industry overall with the environment for introducing new product the way it is right now.
What do you see coming? Do you see any real emphasis on any one part of the construction industry? Is it equipment? Is it people? Is it what?
Well, right now I think that a lot of contractors really need to be focusing on their people because of the situation that we're in. It looks like we're going to start seeing some growth here in 2012. Not blowing the doors off of anything by any stretch of the imagination.
Right.
I'm sorry.
That would be nice.
Yeah, right.
But you switch.
Right. But everybody's staffed down to the point where they're hanging on. And as business picks up, people are going to have to really pay attention to how much production capacity they have. On the equipment side, though, the market is really changing right now. The first of this year required EPA Tier 4 interim emissions certifications for engines in the 75 to 174 horsepower range. So for all of these manufacturers, those are pretty much all of their bread and butter products. Their biggest sellers.
Got a key on those.
That's right, and so there's a lot at stake for manufacturers right now in producing machines that are not only certified to satisfy emissions, but bringing additional value that can help offset the cost of that emissions hardware. And we were with Caterpillar last night, and they have a brand new series of backhoe loaders, a brand new series of skid steer loaders, a brand new series of small wheel loaders, and a new series of mini excavators, on top of a Series 2 variant of the K Series dozers in the D3 to D5 range.
Sure.
And Caterpillar is a great example of a company that went back to the drawing board and didn't just repower these machines. They redesigned the loader linkage on their wheel loaders for both IT, integrated tool carrier functionality, and the digging and loading performance of a Z-bar linkage. They redesigned the hinge pins on the backhoe loader and the loader end of the backhoe loader as well. And so there's just a number of value-added kind of benefits there. And I think that really for equipment buyers this year, watching those companies that can make a compelling case for really adding value.
I was at that event as well, and I was very interested. In fact, there was a Caterpillar representative here earlier. In the degree of intelligence technology that's been built into some of these machines. It's just amazing at what a computer and software and all of this intelligence can do to an operator that's on site someplace doing a project that nobody even has any awareness of.
Right, and really I think the best example of that is the D-Series skid steer loaders. They've got programmable return to position modes, several of them, so that an operator can set their return to dig, they can set their return to carry, they can set their return to dump for that matter, and the machine will automatically hit those positions, and it's a skid steer loader. I mean, we're not talking about a production wheel loader here. This is a skid steer.
Yeah. Very interesting to see what's coming, and I'm sure as it goes along and as all of these things progress, can you imagine? I can see the day not too far off when we'll all be sitting there programming our automobiles as they go down the highway.
Right, yeah.
Because there'll be sensors embedded in the pavement.
Right.
It's coming. It's very interesting. And a lot of the stuff that you do see starts right here. Right here.
Right, yeah, the technologies and the innovations are here at these trade shows. And one of the big questions in my mind is that there really aren't as many press conferences arranged from the major equipment manufacturers at this show as we're accustomed to, but there's an awful lot of booth visits set up with individual one-on-ones with editors and people with the manufacturing side, and so we're really anxious. Now we're just, hours into the show here now, 3-4 hours into the show. Really anxious to find out what comes out of some of these booth visits, and I'm off to
I'm
visit the
sure
folks
you have a lot of
involved
contacts in that area, and you can readily see and gauge for yourself what's going to happen as far as these guys, what kind of success are they going to have, and are these contractors, I guess I'm particularly interested in finding out where they are in relation to the economy, and if this sort of pall that's been over the industry, that's starting to break and ease off, and people are seeing little brighter avenues, and as we go forward, and this 2008 thing really took its toll. It really did.
It sure did. It sure did. And as luck would have it, I was with the Portland Cement Association this morning. Ed Sullivan did his forecast for 2012, and really, unfortunately, it's a forecast for 2013. Ed's well aware of the changing conditions here in the economy just over the last couple of months, but applies the caveat that we had awfully good weather in November and December, and so there was a lot of construction, and we may have just moved a lot of work from the spring into 2011.
Exactly.
Nevertheless, a pretty good indicator. Portland cement consumption was up more than double the 2011 forecast from this time last year. So they're encouraged in that regard. And if job creation keeps going, we could really see a pretty significant foreshortening of the recovery process. Nevertheless, I think that Ed echoes an awful lot of economists' outlooks that don't see real recovery until 2013 or 14.
There are certain indicators, if you will, that the industry, as well as any other industry, uses to gauge where we are, where we're going, and what we can anticipate down the road. And I agree. We've had a number of economists, as you know, on Construction News Tracker and for Construction Pros over the months, and they have a lot to say, and we're indebted to them for giving up their time to come and tell us all what they're looking at, because they really have their hand on the pulse.
Right, and it's amazing how accurate they've been.
Yes.
There have been some surprises in 2011.
Well, haven't there?
Right, exactly. It's hard to predict a tsunami.
Right.
What I think is, to me at least, the interesting long term on most of the discussion that we've had with economists is that it's sort of calibrated everybody's expectations on how fast this thing's going to come back. Yeah, things look like they're going to be good, flat to good throughout 2012 and into 2013. So that gives you the impression, hey, look, I need to figure out how I'm going to do business and make money the way things are right now. And keep after it.
Keep after it, so you can come back in 2013 and keep going.
That's right.
Exactly. Hey, Larry, thanks for stopping by. It's been a pleasure.
Nice.
Larry Stewart, the editor of ForConstructionPros.com and Construction News Tracker, and he's got his hand on the pulse of this industry as well, and he knows what's going on and where we can be looking in the future. So have fun out there. I'm sure you'll be back and tell us more as we go along the next couple days.
Sure thing. We'll see
All right.
you again.
Thanks, bud.